The so-called wokest game ever has now hit the internet, and everybody is paying attention to a little game called Dustborn. Despite the fact that the game can't seem to muster 100 players at a given time, people are still catching on to the fact that they may have stolen assets from other, more popular games. Let's talk about Dustborn here on That Game Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter from sister site That Park Place. And here with me today is the officially licensed manager of That Game Place, Mr. Culture Casino. Hey, what's the trade-in on this Xbox 360?
I don't know, but I'd hang on to it because it's probably the only way you'll get to play good games.
You may be right, especially if I want to play Skyrim with Kinect. Actually, I think that's an Xbox One title here. But let's talk about this. Dustborn developer appears to confirm game features stolen assets, disparages men, and more in video games. This by John F. Trent. Following Dustborn's catastrophic launch, one of the game's developers, who uses the name Thea Berg, appeared to confirm the game used stolen assets from Grand Theft Auto, disparages men. Dustborn launched on Steam on August 20th, and the game hit a peak concurrent player count of 83 on August 21st. As of writing, the game had a 24-hour peak of 77 and had just 19 people in game. So it is going up. It is going up. There are dozens of us, dozens, as we often like to bring up here. Following the game's release, as initially reported by SmashJT.com, ex-user Hey Slick, that's me, accused Dustborn and its developer Red Thread Games of ripping off assets from GTA Online. Hey Slick, that's me, posted on X. The new Dustborn's game has ripped off GTA Online, copying the apartment layout one-to-one. Paintings, TVs, rooms, and even small garden are in the same locations. Culture, how does this happen?
Well, you go in and you strip a game from the inside out by reverse engineering it, and you just grab the things that you think are fun and interesting, and then you put them in your own game.
So is Red Thread, is that owned by Rockstar Games?
Red Thread. I have no. I can't answer that question. I know that maybe they're a distributor. I have no idea. I do know that regardless, this is kind of an uncommon practice. I don't think I've ever seen it before, Jonas.
They're a Norwegian company.
Okay.
Founded by Ragnar Tornquist, sorry. Or maybe it's Tornquist, perhaps if you use a Latin pronunciation of that. I'm not seeing many connections here with, what is it, Take-Two?
Take-Two. It's Take-Two Interactive, who acquired Rockstar. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
In a follow-up thread, he added, here are extra HQ high-quality screenshots, and the previous ones were low quality. I took them from old videos since it's a quite old interior. Yeah, that looks like the exact same interior to me. Well, they changed the blinds. These over here are kind of shuttery blinds, and these are cloth blinds. So totally different. It's like the difference between Under Pressure and Ice Ice Baby right there.
There you go.
Here's another post.
Yeah,
there's those stairs again. Wow. Thea Berg. I don't know who Thea Berg is. Responded to the accusation, seemingly confirming it. Berg wrote on X, "This is the funniest thing I've ever seen, dude. Why do you care? Not that this didn't happen, but why do you care?" Okay, that's an interesting choice of words there. Berg later added, "I'm sorry to inform you that GTA 5 uses pre-made assets. Boo." I see here. They used things that were bought for the game, and also GTA 5 used assets that were bought for the game. Is that what's being
that's maybe a claim being made there, that GTA 5 used off-the-shelf assets to build out their online platform? That would be news to me. I've seen, different games use different assets that were the same, because they were all pulling off of the default assets that were available from whatever engine maker they were using. But this would all be news to me for GTA 5. I don't know. I don't think I would have ever been able to think that was possible. But hey, maybe so. Or maybe GTA 5 sold their assets off to be used for other things. I don't know. That's very strange, though.
It is very strange. In one post discovered by Minimal Effort Live, Berg wrote, "Men as a concept was cooked." In another post, they stated, "Men are the weakest link. Truly fascinating, fascinating." This seems
Hmm.
like this woman might have some issues here. In
Hmm.
another post, "I will put knitting men and sexy non-binary peeps in your video game, and I will never stop. Be afraid. I come not in peace."
That just seems a little unhinged, Jonas.
That is fascinating.
I will make you knit. Okay.
I keep knitting and knitting and knitting.
I'm in Demolition Man right now. I learned how to knit while I was in frozen cryostasis.
This is this person has a lot of issues around we'll say heteronormativity. To that point, Berg previously posted, "Wow, do not read the comments on the Goodbye Volcano High trailer on YouTube, man. Sometime in the future, gamers might realize that everything isn't made to cater specifically to you, and that's okay. Personally, can't wait to fulfill my dream of being a gay dinosaur." Well, that is just not inclusive enough. The thing I want to point out here is this person obviously obviously got their wish. I'm going to scroll up here to where was it? Yeah, 83 players playing this game at its peak 5 days ago.
Yeah.
That is a strong indication that yes, Dustborn is not made for everyone. In fact, you could say that it's made for fewer people than will watch this video.
Oh.
Um, if that's the first video that we have that is under 100 views, that's going to be hilarious. You guys, get this video above 83, please. I'm scared.
Please,
I'm terrified.
please. I
Now
don't think we've ever had something that bad.
somebody's going to go search here just to be sure. This is ridiculous.
Ooh.
Culture. Why is it that a person is this focused on a gender issue?
Because it's all they have. You know what? I've started to notice a pattern or a trend, or let's just call them both. That you're seeing people only have their identity to hang on to. That's where identitarianism comes from. It's like I have to cling to these small little immutable aspects of myself as everything that I hold dear. It's the only thing that gives me worth and value in my life and it, within the group of people that I hang out with. And I think that's awfully sad. And I think that if you have to wear your identity on your sleeve, you really lack in almost every aspect of your life after that. And that's all I'm seeing, Jonas. I don't know if you agree, but it's a problem. And when it comes to gaming, it's a real problem. I don't know that we need pronouns in Red Dead Redemption or whatever else they get added to next. Or I don't know that we need female armor for dudes and some Capcom game, which is another story we're going to talk about this week. But Jonas, do you see it differently than I do?
No, no. I think the funny thing is that they want this to be a historical fact. The pronouns issue in particular, they want this to be done and just part of culture. Where it's something that I think people have been polite for a very long time, and we have a culture that is essentially said, we're going to be nice, we're going to let them do their thing. It's a little far, but whatever. We'll allow political correctness. Political correctness, obviously, going back probably before the 90s, but becoming more pronounced in the 90s. And the line of politeness just kept going further and further and further. And finally, we're at the point where it's gone too far. And now we're finding out what people really think about issues like preferred pronouns, where
Mm.
everyone just goes, no, this is ridiculous. This is too much of a burden on everyone. Also, grammatically speaking, pronouns are what you refer to someone as when they are not in the room. So telling someone your preferred pronouns, silly, because you're not going to be there when they say whatever it is they say. Of course, it's better to be talked about than to not be mentioned at all, I do suppose. Uh, Culture, do you think that there's any world in which this game makes its money back?
Oh no, no, not at all. But in another video that we have coming up shortly, I think we're going to find out why maybe they don't care.
That's very true, because we're going to be talking about who paid to make this game, because no one's paying to play it. With that being said, we want to throw this to our commenters. What do you think about Theaberg's comments here on Dustborn, or the fact that it appears to be reused assets. I think that's an element of the conversation that maybe the Twitter folks would be very interested in there. Of course, like this video if you like this video. And what do we say here on That Game Plays Culture?
Get your game on.